Hey y'all, and welcome to the Sorry Not Sorry Generation podcast, where we bring you a not so healthy dose of humor and reality as we get our hands dirty with some serious nostalgia and question everything.
Let's dive in.
Hey y'all.
Hi. I'm exhausted. I have plenty. It's been a day, all right? It's been one hell of a shit show at work. So that is going to be the majority of my tea today.
That's Ani. I'm Misty.
Yeah, hi. I
uh,
am ready to spill.
we're talking about caffeine and secret menu drinks today because no amount of caffeine is currently making either of our lives any better. So hey,
Cheers.
cheers to that. So today's episode is a mix. Most of it was like the original and main idea of it is to use our many years of barista experience to actually do something useful, and that's criticize. So we're going to criticize some of Starbucks' most popular drinks and their secret menu, a vast majority of which I have all made. And on top of
I have
that,
not, 'cause I have not worked with coffee nearly as long as you have.
that's true. I did it for 7 years, and it was 7 very hard, very long years, with the exception of, like, the 6 months we worked together. Uh, but we're gonna criticize some things, like but despite the fact that, like, you didn't work with coffee as long as I did, you drink a lot of coffee, which
I
is
do.
more than I can say for me because I don't drink any coffee because I think it all tastes terrible, which is hilarious for somebody who's a barista for 7 years. I don't drink coffee, but now I more or less don't drink caffeine with, like, 2 or 3 exceptions, and that's about it, and I don't have those every day. I more or less don't even have caffeine, like, in the week, so but that face you gave me was just kinda like, "What is wrong with you?"
I mean, I can't imagine that kind of life since I have tea every morning, I have tea every night. And it's not like, oh, I have like herbal tea. No, I have loose leaf 8 different types of black tea mixed together with
Yeah.
cinnamon sticks and cloves, and I'm just brewing up a storm
Mhm.
every morning, every night, and every now and then, every now and then when I leave the house for whatever errand or whatever during the
Mm.
weekday, I have to stop and get coffee because I'm like, I'm outside. I
Yeah,
must reward myself.
I get that. I I've never been a coffee drinker, but I did used to drink a lot of caffeine, and, like, other ways like soda and, green teas, iced teas, things like
How
that.
much did you like the sobe green tea
For a win?
when we were like in high school? The sobe with the snake design on it, their green tea. I love
Uh,
their green tea.
I didn't.
Hmm?
No, not really.
Never
Like,
mind
there
then.
was only, like, 1 or 2 soba drinks that I actually liked, and it
That
wasn't,
was the only one I liked.
yeah. So, but yeah, now I just I a couple years ago, I had to cut out pretty much all caffeine cold turkey, like, just
Hmm.
overnight, and I had the worst headache for, like, a month, and it's just ongoing from just complete caffeine, like, withdrawal. And, then, like, I've managed, like, green iced tea, and, like, I have matcha, obviously, and, like, the refreshers, which have caffeine in them too, but, I've had to cut almost all of it out within, like, the last, 6 to 8 months, I guess. So, I've just
I'd
cut down to
cry.
as minimal as possible, and it's
I'd fucking cry.
look, let me tell you, they don't make enough drinks without caffeine in them. Not even, like, at, like, Starbucks or whatever, but just, like, in general, that don't have caffeine in them. There's just not like, if it's not caffeinated in some way, it's either Sprite or it's juice, all of which is terrible for you. None of it tastes good, and it's
Or
just
the
like,
nasty what was it? The one root beer that's like caffeine free.
most root beer's caffeine free.
No. Is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Sarsaparilla is caffeine free?
Pretty much all root beers are caffeine free.
Don't tell me that.
Sorry, but it's true.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, pretty much all root beers are caffeine free.
All
But
right, ignore me then. It's fine.
uh but yeah, like even if you're trying to like ignore like sodas and stuff like that, just things that are interesting to drink that don't have caffeine in them, and they just you won't find it, and it's annoying as hell. So I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of
Fair.
water.
Okay. So you are right. They are caffeine free, except for like Barks root beer has like some caffeine in it.
Okay.
Because that's usually the only root beer I drink.
Okay.
It's Barks.
I'm just saying to myself, like all of the root beer brands I can name are all caffeine free. So
Meanwhile, the only one I drink is with caffeine.
there you go. I didn't know any of them came with caffeine. So there you go. I know butterbeer's caffeine free, but it's also drowning in sugar. So
That is nothing but sugar.
yeah. Um, in addition to criticizing the secret menu and a bunch of other drinks and stuff like that, we are also going to give some good recommendations. I have several of just things that I've made over the years. I will also tell you guys about some of the uh not very good combinations I've tried over the years, and there have been stuff. Look, you get bored and you're left behind a counter with like a shit ton of flavors. You start mixing shit and it doesn't always go well. All right, like no, but I'll also tell you guys why I can't read any fiction set in a coffee shop in any kind because I can't. I
Because
fucking
you know
hate
what
it.
happens in coffee shops.
Look, coffee shop AUs are the bane of my existence, okay? Because one, either the person's never been a barista and just does not like it's so unrealistic about the way like just coffee works, not even like the coffee making process, but just what coffees are, and they just start throwing words together like a
Oh,
cappuccino, macchiato, and like cold, and it's just like no, it's not a thing. And it's just
that's not how you make any kind of drink.
that's not a drink, and I'm like, "No." Or it's somebody who's definitely either knows a lot about coffee or has been a barista at some point, and it's too technical. And,
No.
like, they tell you, like, the steps and, like, the actual, like, just fucking say that somebody ordered a latte, like, or you want, like, a cinnamon latte, like, just Jesus Christ,
Keep
just
it
don't
simple.
don't get into something crazy. On that note, I actually have a webcomic recommendation of
Okay.
that involves a barista, and the reason I liked it was that the very first page of the very first like issue uh is a drink order that is a fucking nightmare. so
Ooh, I
so
love disaster orders.
I will be sharing that. So where would you like to start?
Um, Let me just start with the day I've had so I can get this out of my system.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, so this week on Monday, I've officially started my full-time gig as a JPM, right?
Okay.
So last week I was still doing my PC work, and like Thursday and Friday everyone was like just abusing the advantage of having us still around.
Mhm.
So we were just busy as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm doing both my JPM stuff and that. Now, I fucked up. I admit I fucked up. I got
Okay.
an order that I didn't send out in time, so it ended up being a day late.
Mhm.
Luckily, it didn't end up being 2 days late. Like I was able to finish it all today.
Yeah.
And our team lead, I can't tell if she's like nice and funny and chill
Yeah.
or if she's got a stick up her ass.
Okay, that's a pretty big difference.
Because sometimes like when I talk to her on like Microsoft Teams and I have a question or whatever and she helps me out, we'll have a little like haha thing going on and I'm like, "All right, so you're normal. Like I can
Yeah.
actually come talk to you." But if there's like if I come at her with like it I guess it depends on the day, the time, the hour, if she's had coffee or not. I don't know cuz like other times I'll go to ask her for help and like, she'll be very short with me.
Yeah.
Or if I somehow fuck up or whatever cuz like listen, I'm new. I
Yeah.
got minimal training. We
Yeah.
talked about this before. I got one recorded basically training that was overview of the account and like 2 days of like a grand total of 30 minutes
Yeah.
of non-recorded here's the next step and her telling me not to take any notes while she's showing me what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have questions.
Yeah.
So the client clap back today. It was like, hey, these were supposed to be due yesterday. Where are they?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck, I'm sorry, da da da, whatever, right? And
Yeah.
then I forgot to I forgot to reply all, so it was supposed to go to my team lead too.
Yeah.
So I had just talked to the client, and then she saw it a couple hours later, and she's like, What's up with this?" And I told her, and she's like, this is the second time you've missed a deadline on a file." I'm like, "Lady, I am like 2 months into this,
Yeah.
2 months,
The fact that
and
you've
you
only
barely
missed 2, like, come on.
like I have missed two deadlines in 2 months, and when I get files back after the first upload, the first translation, once we upload the translation, they review it and then they tell us if it needs a revision or if it's good to go for the final.
Yeah.
I think I've only gotten like one or two files that have required a revision. Everything else has been good to go. I'm like, lady, my proofreading for all this stuff and like editing
Yeah.
is getting a lot better,
Yeah.
obviously, because I don't get many R1 requests.
Yeah.
So I was behind by 1 day.
Ooh.
Like, I have been freaking out all morning because of it. Because I don't know if she's gonna hate me. And then I'm working on another file, right? Like I'm working on another project. I'm doing all the editing, and I get this file that I have never seen before. So she's like, "Hey, can you prep these?" I'm like, "All right, fine." And I started looking over them, and I'm just like, "How many pages do you want me to ask for file recreation? The normal 7, or the excess 10 in these files? Because these have taglines that I've never come across before."
Yeah.
And she goes, literally, she goes, "We covered this in training. I also showed you an example." I'm like,
This training where I wasn't allowed to take any notes?
"Yes." She's like, "We covered this in in training. I use an example to show you guys how it works." I'm just like, "That was one time,
Like,
couple months
yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
I don't
Jesus.
remember. I am brand
Obviously.
new. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna have, even if someone has worked there for like a year or whatever, right? If it's
Yeah.
not a file they come across very often, they would be like, what do I do?"
Yeah, that's just normal.
And I'm just like, oh, and I'm just like, okay, okay, got it, thanks. I just walked away from that. I'm like, I got the information I wanted, and I'm just like, all right. And I showed another coworker of mine, the one that's been helping me through all this stuff.
Yeah.
I showed her the screenshot, and she's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, No, clearly I'm not, because it's there.
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm gonna have to start digging through all of my previous like interactions with our team lead, because like this isn't the first time she's done it, like." And
Yeah.
like I can't tell if she's got to stick up her ass or if she's actually a decent person who's just overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, either way, pick one, stick to it, so I know what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Because you're the team lead. You're supposed to be the open to to queries and questions and concerns and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Like we're all your underlings. You want us
Yeah.
to do good, you answer all of our questions. We're not, perfect. We're not
Yeah.
gonna learn everything in like a matter of a day.
Yeah.
So I've had that going all day long until I finally sent it over. And also when in the email that she sent me back, she was like, let me know what how you plan on, making, moving along and making sure that these don't happen again. I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like I have a tracker that I keep track of all my shit, but like that was the last 2 days of my hybrid work. So
Yeah.
like I got slammed with a bunch of other shit, and I forgot. I forgot to send it out.
Yeah.
And the
Like,
next day wasn't any better because I was slammed again. Like
yeah. Like, you were literally doing 2 jobs at once. So, what does she expect from you?
to be flawless, apparently. And I'm just like, fucking hell. Like what the fuck? And then she sent me another file like at 3:30 or whatever, and she's like, prep this project. I'm like, okay. I did every single step. I didn't even give it to a PC because like there's three of them
Mhm.
in our account. Two of them leave at 3, one leaves at 4. I'm a PM now, so I also leave at 4. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother sending this out like last minute to anybody because there's only one person left.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll just do it. I did because I know how to do it all. That's what this is stuff I used to do before I got promoted.
Yeah.
I did everything but one step. And
Okay.
I got an email from her like half an hour ago. And she's just like, who prepped this? Let me know. Blah blah blah. This this step wasn't done. I was like, I changed it, but let me know who prepped it. And like, fuck me. Like I prepped it. I forgot to change the status.
Like, that's her one issue. Like, seriously.
Like the client said, did you like, I guess the client had emailed her and be like, has it been confirmed or whatever? I'm just like, so I forgot to change the fucking status. I downloaded it. It's been sent out for a week. Like it's fucking ready.
Yeah.
I just forgot to change the status. Like I've been dealing with a lot of shit today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that.
It's like,
I'm
so
just
just, lady, change the status. Jesus Christ.
and like she did. She's like I changed it this time, but I'm like cool. So maybe have my back instead of telling me that hey you fucked up and scolding me.
Yeah.
It's just like I had another order that I sent out that I gave to a PC to prep. They did everything except update the tracker.
Yeah.
But did I go yell at them for it? No, I didn't even bother. I was just like, I'll just go to the order and insert the page numbers myself.
Yeah.
Not that hard.
Why yell at somebody when it's an easy fix for you to do?
I'm just she's probably now like I'm just thinking how much she's gonna like fucking hate me, and I'm just like, you know what? Everyone else likes me.
Yeah. She can get her stick out of her ass.
So that's been my day.
Fun. But hey, you got Starbucks to make up for it.
Yeah. So I got a Java chip frap and I added 2 pumps of toffee nut and caramel sauce. This tastes like a Snickers.
It
And it's
sounds good.
good.
It
It's
sounds
good.
good. It sounds very good.
I went to the Starbucks like right next like in the plaza right by my house.
Yeah.
And I walked up. I didn't even go through the drive through. I walked up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, let me do the walk up. Maybe they'll be easier for them to hear me when I add like specifics to my drink.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, I'll have a grande Java chip. And he's like, oh, we're out of mocha. And I'm like, you're out of mocha? How do you run out of mocha? Mocha's like the one thing that you never run out of.
You literally just order bags of like the powder and then you
And
use it forever.
there's always so many bags left that go expired.
Yeah, like how are you out of mocha?
I'm like, oh, okay, go somewhere else then.
That's weird. That's a weird thing to be out of.
I know, like white chocolate, I get it. If you're out of white chocolate,
Yeah.
makes sense. Not very common. If you're out of
Isn't their new drink a chocolate based drink too? Like it's some
what
chocolate cold foam nonsense?
what drink?
Yeah, I think they just released a new drink. Hang on.
Starbucks.
Chocolate cream cold brew, yeah.
Chocolate cream cold. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Like so their brand new drink has chocolate in it.
And they're already out of it.
They're already out of chocolate. Like, I don't what?
Okay.
Sure. All
Chocolate
right.
cream cold brew. I mean, that's definitely something that I would want.
It
I
sounds
keep
good.
forgetting that Trenta is an option.
Ye It's not it's only an option in iced drinks, not like frappuccinos and stuff like that.
No, I can't get a Trenta hot coffee.
No, you cannot. You can also not get a Trenta Frappuccino either, so well, why don't we start off the, episode drink-wise by me reading off this, drink order from a
Yes, yes, I want to
webcomic.
hear this. I want
So
to
the
hear this.
webcomic is called Sunnyside Skies, and
Hey, I
it's
want. Hang on. Sunny side. I can't type. Eyes. There it is. Webtoon. Oh, they're so cute.
they are I'm gonna share my screen with you so you can see the horrible order. So I'm
I'm
gonna
looking it
I'm
up
gonna
right
read
now.
it. I'm gonna read it. It is, and the worst part about this is absolutely a possible drink to order. I will have an extra large iced salted caramel cafe mocha with 2 pumps of vanilla, 4 pumps of hazelnut, extra mocha sauce, chips, which means chocolate chips, chocolate drizzle, extra caramel drizzle, and a scoop of vanilla bean powder and extra whipped cream.
Please go back up so I can read this and process this at the same time.
That is so much fucking sugar in a drink. Like salted caramel mocha in a drink, like if you're just talking like standard sizes, is in a large, probably about 6 pumps plus. Like that's more than 6 pumps of syrup in there. And it's got salt and caramel drizzle, and then you're adding mocha into it, which is another
And
6
vanilla,
pumps.
and
And then you're adding 2
2
pumps
pumps
of
of
vanilla,
vanilla,
4 pumps
4
of
pumps of
hazelnut,
hazelnut,
more
mo
mocha sauce. So we're
Java
at
chip,
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You're 20 pumps of syrup, then caramel drizzle, and chocolate
chocolate
drizzle,
drizzle.
and vanilla bean powder, which, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know, vanilla bean powder is literally like a sugary vanilla powder in a scoop. That is the most. And then you're adding chocolate chips to it too, by the way, and extra whipped cream. Like, there's no like, what the fuck? There's no room for milk. There's no room for ice.
You know what
There's
this
no
turned
room for the
into?
cup. There's just like
You know what
Jesus.
this turned into? This turned into that disgusting chai that the lady ordered, where it was just three
20.
quarters of the cup chai.
Yeah, like, this drink is 20 pumps of syrup. 20 pumps of syrup. What the fuck is wrong with this person? How they have not just gone into a sugar coma is just beyond me. Like, don't get me wrong, the comic I've read, and it's very good, but, uh, just like, holy shit, and look at the poor barista's face. What the most impressive part to me is in this comic, and the most unrealistic part of this comic is the fact that this drink only comes to a grand total of $5.87, because that is like a $20 drink anywhere
That
else.
is. I'm looking at the full comic right now, and the name for the order is Chase. You
Yes, because that
already know?
yeah, he's
You
really like
must be a wizard. He's like, you
the
come here
comic is
every
super
day.
adorable to anybody who, like, wants to go, like, read it and stuff like that, but that first, like, page, that is what that drink order is the first page, and I was so horrified when I read I had to keep reading.
the last
So
the last one is the final product, and it says drink ICM, ice caramel mocha. Name syrup. Instead of it being checked, it just says basically all of it.
yeah. Because that's what that is. That is so much sugar. Like, I don't think I could even drink it, like, take a drink out of it because it would just be so sugary. Like, you would just die. You would just immediately die. That's just all there is to it. It would be the worst thing you could possibly drink, and
Oh
it
my
sounds
god, this comic
awful.
is amazing.
It's adorable, and I definitely recommend it. It's on Webtoons for anybody who wants to go
I
read it.
remember when I used to hate coffee. I used to think it was all just bitter and gross, but now I totally get it. Coffee is great.
There's no
I know.
coffee in that.
It's
There's
like I
just sugar.
and then you, the barista, just says, I don't know if that even classifies as coffee.
It does not. It does not classify as coffee. What it classify as is literally just
Sugar.
sugar. Like, it doesn't even like, this is more sugary than a just a entire carton of ice cream. Like, this would be like if you took ice cream and inserted another thing of ice cream into it, and then put brownies on top of it and whipped cream. You
And blended it
couldn't
all together.
Yeah, and it's like you couldn't get more sugar. Like, what the fuck? Now, granted, as you mentioned, like, blend it all together. People have gotten weird shit in their drinks before. Like, people blend candy bars into their stuff. They've ordered like cheesecake to get blended in there, which, by the way, you want to talk about some sugary shit. Holy damn. But it is a great
Oh,
way to get something that pretty much like when you go to Dairy Queen and they have the blizzards and you can turn it upside down and like it
uh-huh.
doesn't move? There you go. Because it's just so thick, it's just stupid. But
Do you remember the fluffy skit where he talks about how he went to like this one place? I forgot he mentioned it, but I forgot which one. And he got like the chocolate lava. He got like the chocolate like smoothie or something, and like he goes up and asks for like this chocolate brownie cake, whatever, like
yeah.
drink. And like the lady just holds like a slice of cake, and she's just like, "Oh no, you're not." She's like, "Oh yes, I am."
Yeah,
She
I
just fucking
remember that.
drops it in the blender and there it
Yep,
goes.
yep, I remember that, that was good. But yeah, people order weird shit in there, like, people order, like they put whole candy bars in it, they have, cheesecake slices, just all kinds of weird shit, in all honesty. Cookies, I've had the cookie thing, and it's just like, "Why?
Put that like
Why?"
that sounds great as an ice cream. Like if I'm gonna go to Cold
Yeah.
Stone, put all that in my ice cream,
Like, if I'm gonna
not in my
order it,
drink.
like, I'm gonna have to split it between me and, like, 4 other people because 'cause I'm not drinking all of that. Because holy shit. And when you do that, for the record, like, if like, say you order, like, a
Mhm.
large, like, I don't know, chocolate frappuccino and you put a slice of cheesecake in it, let me tell you, those baristas are going to use the same measurements to make a regular one, and then they're going to make it with the cheesecake in it. It is going to make way more than what actually goes in that cup. You do not get the extra things that go in that cup. They do not give that to you.
Nope,
Because
they just
especially if
dump
it
it on
can
the
make an
drain.
entirely second frappuccino, like, you want that extra, you buy another frappuccino, and, like, that's just all there is to it. And so you are just wasting a lot, just a lot. And I used to have a lady that would do that at Castles and Poor People, and she would order, and it would always create like she ordered a large, and it created like a second like drink, a medium's worth
Uh-huh.
of other stuff, and she wanted all of it. And my boss was always adamant that she couldn't have it because she didn't order a second one. And like, whenever I was there and she's like, "Can I have the extra?" And, like, as long as he wasn't
No.
there, I'm like, I sometimes I was just like, "I don't care." But when she was being really snotty, I'd be like, "No."
No.
Sometimes, like, I would learn to make it so that there weren't extras to it,
Ah.
and, or there was very little, or, like, I wish while she's being, like, really annoying and rude, because sometimes she was really nice, sometimes she was really, really rude, and, I would just pretend
Sounds
like I
like my team
couldn't.
lead.
Yeah, like, honestly, but, like, sometimes I would just, like, go and rinse out, like, the pitcher before, like, pretending I can't hear her and everything. I'm like, "No, no, no, there you go." Like, "Oh, what was that?" She's like, "Oh, I was gonna ask for the extra." I'm like, "Oh, there wasn't any left, sorry. Don't know what to tell you." But, like, don't be rude to your baristas. You want your drinks made right? Don't be rude to your baristas. That's just all there is to it. So let me tell you, I have definitely given some really rude people who ask for extra shots of espresso, I've given them decaf. Absolutely give these people decaf. I very specifically remember one time I was working with this girl who only worked on the weekends, and like she was super sweet, but she had really bad like anxiety and stuff like that. And this guy was being such an asshole to her. And so I told her, like, why don't you just go in the back and I'll make it and everything. And she did. 'Cause, she was kind of freaking out and everything. So, she just went in the back and I'm making it. And like he ordered like 2 extra shots of espresso. All 4 of the shots of espresso in this man's drinks were decaf, all of them. And I'm just like, "You just paid an extra $2 for decaf, dude. Maybe you shouldn't yell at baristas who are literally just trying
No.
to be nice and do their jobs.
I'm
Don't."
always nice to baristas just because, like, A, I've been one.
Yeah.
B,
You shouldn't yell at
I
customer service people for doing their jobs.
yeah, that too. I don't like being mean unless I absolutely have to be.
Yeah.
Like I know that my default reaction is just resting bitchiness.
Well,
But when I'm out in
we
public,
both
I'm like
have that, so
I know, but like I try to be really nice. Like I get a lot of like it helps that I get a lot of compliments on my nails.
yeah,
So I'm like, "Oh, you think that?" I'm like, "Okay, so I can be nice to you because like you're nice to me." And you're not like,
true.
"What do you want?" And so, like today, I think her name was Amber
Yeah.
who took my drink order, and the girl she conned me into getting a unicorn ice. What was it? Cake pop.
Oh, well,
And
that's
I'm like,
cute though.
I don't. Fine.
Cake pops are good though.
I don't care for them at all.
Mm,
And I'm like, fine, I'll try the unicorn one. I'm like, surprise, it's just vanilla.
yeah,
Funfetti,
of course it
whatever.
is. Yeah, of course it is.
But like she was really nice, so we had fun. And then, like when I was telling her my drink order, she's like, "Ooh, that sounds fun." I'm like, "Okay, I like you."
There you go. It's always nice to have a nice barista. The last time I went, we have a Starbucks down the street, and my dog loves pup cups.
Mhm.
absolutely love pup cups, understands the word pup cup, and
Nice.
knows that, like, when I ask her, she's like, if she wants to go for a ride, she's gonna go get a pup cup. She gets really excited. So I'll take her in the car, and when we go to order, like, she sits in my lap, and, when I pull up to the window, those baristas know her by name. Like, they know who she is, and they're always so excited to see her, and she's so laser focused when we get to that window because she knows what they have that she wants, and she
It's the
just
magic window.
stares. Sometimes they hand it to me first, and if they do, they will not see her again because she has a little, like, I put it in a little,
Uh-huh.
cup holder, like, in the door, and she'll just sit there and, like, she'll eat out of it, so you don't see because she's a small dog, so when she ducks her head down, even when she's in my lap, you can't really see her,
Right.
and so if they hand it to me first, they just don't see her after that just because she's just gone, she's like, "Nope, I'm done," but if they hand me my stuff first, then she's just like every time, like, they hand me stuff, her nose is, like, right there, she's like, "This is mine? Is this for me?" And then she gets really, like, she just kinda looks at them when it's not for her, she's like, "Well, I'm waiting, I'm here, like, what is happening? Why are you taking so long? Like, gimme." So, but it's really cute, and, like, so she'll sit in my lap until, like, we're done, and then I put her back in the passenger seat, and the entire ride home, because I leave it, like, in the cup
Mhm.
thing next to, like, on that's in my door, and, she will stare at it the whole ride home. She does not care about anything else, she will stare at it 'cause she knows that's for her. So, she's very cute, but they all know her by name, and they just think
That's
she's so cute every time
adorable.
they see her, so it's adorable. Yeah, but they like her. As well they should, because she's adorable, so,
I can't take mine anywhere. He'll just
yeah.
bark at everything.
Well, my dog only barks at other dogs.
No,
She doesn't.
everything.
Yeah.
Everything. If it's a leaf, if it's a truck, if it's a person, if it's another dog, if it's a shadow, if it's the wind, it doesn't matter. He is barking.
But that's, like, I definitely get that because mine just she also randomly will bark at neighbors every once in a while, just like once, like, "Eh." It's just like, "Oh, alright." It's like, you
He
don't
hears
like
something
it.
she doesn't like. Just stop it.
It's just like just this one time, like, just once in a while, she doesn't like some of my neighbors.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna pick one of these drinks, and we are going to critique it. We
All
will
right.
start with one I have had, and that is the Captain Crunch Frappuccino.
I saw that and I was like, I don't think I can do that.
Yeah. So this drink, for anyone who would like to know, because we will tell you guys what's in it. We won't tell you guys like the whole recipe. Like, I'm not going to tell you the amounts of everything that go in it, but we'll tell you what it is. It's a strawberries and cream frappuccino with caramel syrup, toffee syrup, and hazelnut. Which should, like, toffee nut and hazelnut and strawberry, you would like to think just would come together and not taste like
It doesn't
cereal.
sound great.
It doesn't sound great because strawberries and hazelnut and toffee and caramel, like, in a cold, like, blended ice cream style way, doesn't sound like it would taste very good. But more than that, it doesn't sound like it should taste like Captain Crunch cereal of all things. Because when you eat Captain Crunch cereal,
I
especially,
don't
like, the
taste
rainbow
toffee
Captain, like,
or
yeah,
hazelnut.
like the original Captain Crunch cereal, it's all, like, rainbow and everything. You don't taste toffee nut and hazelnut and caramel.
You know what it
However,
is? Like, I don't know what I taste when I eat Captain Crunch. I just taste sugar. When I eat it,
fair
it
enough.
just tastes like Captain Crunch.
Yeah. And, like, but that very unique Captain Crunch flavor, I have had this. It is spot on. That is
Really?
exactly what it tastes like, is Captain Crunch cereal. I don't know what person sat down and put it all together to figure that out, but that is exactly what it tastes like. I have no clue why. But if you want to drink cereal in an ice cream form, you get the Captain Crunch Frappuccino.
Now,
Also,
the
this
add
is a
Java
tip.
chips. Sorry, add Java chips part is a little weird because like nowhere in Captain Crunch do I taste chocolate, so I would not want
True,
Java
but
chips.
straight Java chips don't taste like, chocolate if you just eat them as they are.
Oh, really?
They're very dark, like, bitter
Yeah, yeah,
chocolate,
yeah.
so and they're very, like, it's a very low sugar kind of a thing, so
Mhm.
it's if you just eat one, it doesn't taste like you're eating a chocolate chip, it tastes more like you're eating, like, kind of like a little bit of, like, it's bitter in the way that, like, an espresso chocolate is, so it's interesting, but if you just eat them, they're not it's not like you just ate, like, baking chocolate chips because they're not great just as is if you just put one in your mouth. Like, it's not great. It's a very bitter taste to it, so it's kinda weird because Captain Crunch cereal doesn't taste bitter either. But I will say, just as a general warning, any of the drinks that we say, please do not go up to your baristas and say, "I would like the Captain Crunch Frappuccino." You want this shit, you gotta show them the recipe because they do not
Yeah.
learn these, and they do
Yeah,
not know these.
this is secret menu, fan made, whatever stuff.
Yeah. You
This
want them
isn't
to make
Starbucks
this. Yeah, you
actually
bring them the
making their stuff.
recipe.
Yeah.
And it's not you, like, saying, "Well, add caramel, add toffee." No, they, like, go on the fucking website. It gives you the amounts per, like, size. Show it to them so they can figure it out, okay? Don't just go up there and say, "I want the Camping Crunch Frappuccino." I can't tell you how many times I had people come up to me like, well, can I get the butterbeer frappuccino? Or like, can I get like just some random ass shit? And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. And like, it's on your menu. And I'm like, it's really not. I hate to
Like
tell
it's
you
on our
this.
secret menu that we don't like.
Yeah. And
No.
they're like, I saw it online. I'm like, well, I hate to break it to you, but everything's online. I could put anything online. Also, as a warning, everywhere, like, I see blue Starbucks drinks online all the time. Like, all the
Mhm.
time. There are none, and except in Australia. That is the
Oh.
only place that has a blue drink for Starbucks is in Australia. They have a blue refresher. Every time you guys see like a blue like Starbucks drink on it, that is not real. That is absolutely not real because there is no ingredients in there that will make blue. What you're actually seeing is something, especially a lot of the baristas did for like, it was a couple years back, but when the refreshers were like really big and they first came out, they made like a rainbow. They,
So this yeah, I'm looking at it, the rainbow refresher. I can't get that here, can I?
no, you
Didn't
can't.
think so.
Those other colors too, like the yellow and, like, the green and stuff like that.
And the
Some of those
purple.
colors, especially the purple you can do because there's the violet drink. But the blue, when they make them, especially when, like, they're made by Starbucks baristas, is made using one of their chemical cleaners to turn it because it's blue. And obviously nobody's drinking it, but they do it for the color effect so they can do the rainbow stuff. It's made with a chemical cleaner. Yeah, it's
Uh,
not no, it's not for anybody to actually drink. It's just for photographic purposes. So,
that's okay.
yeah. Because we used to have the same chemical cleaner, and it's the only thing that's blue. It like there's nothing else that's blue. So unless you're in Australia and they have a blue refresher, so I mean other countries might, but you're not getting a blue drink of any kind from a Starbucks in the United States. That's just all there is to it. So
Yeah, I was looking at like the secret menu and like looking at like random drinks to see
yeah,
what I would be interested in. And I started questioning, I'm like, I can't find a lot of these flavors in just every Starbucks store.
a lot of these don't like this website, the secret menu actual website is kind of outdated. I noticed a lot of them don't have a lot of these flavors don't exist anymore. So now, I will move on to one that I actually do think sounds good, and that is the Thin Mint Frappuccino.
Ooh.
And that is a matcha green tea Frappuccino with Java chips and uh, with peppermint syrup in it. It is
That's what you were
delicious.
talking about. Okay.
Absolutely. This drink combination tastes like mint chocolate chip ice cream to a T. To a T. It tastes
Okay,
like mint
you
chocolate
should have
chip
said
ice
that
cream.
to me earlier because mint chip is one of my favorite flavors of ice cream.
It only does it if you put the Java chips in it. Like, it's really good if you get it without the Java chips, I think it's delicious, but adding the Java chips completely changes it, and it tastes like mint chocolate chip ice cream. So if you're ever craving mint chocolate chip ice cream and you can't get to a Dairy Queen, you can get it from a Starbucks.
All right.
And it is a weird combination just because of the matcha green tea frappuccino part, but it is delicious, and it tastes like mint
I like
chocolate chip ice
matcha.
cream.
I do like their matcha.
But it seems like such a weird thing to put into it to make mint chocolate chip ice cream. But it's even
Uh,
green, just like, mint ice cream. So, I will now follow this up. Now that we've looked at a couple drinks, I will now follow this up with telling you a terrible, terrible flavor combination to add. Now, I just
okay.
told that matcha green tea and peppermint, delicious, absolutely delicious. Now, that does not apply to the green iced tea and peppermint.
Oh.
the worst thing. Like, I had a green iced tea, and I put a couple of pumps of peppermint in it. It is actually the worst thing I've ever made. It is
Didn't one of our managers at Castles and Poor People always order that?
She ordered her iced tea with, like, 13 pumps of classic syrup. I remember one of them did that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was so many pumps of syrup, like, it
I
was
could have
just
sworn one of them, like, during holiday time and came, I was like, "Yeah, I want my green tea, but instead of, like, classic, I want peppermint."
maybe.
And I'm like, "Okay."
I only really interacted, I think, with one of our managers back at, Castles and Poor People up in
My
Pennsylvania.
favorite was our fellow nerd. He, our Ravenclaw.
Oh, the cashier lead? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool. So, he was really chill. But, yeah, if you add peppermint to a green iced tea, it is actual swill. Like, it is actual like, I took a drink of it, and it was just bleh. Like, just
That
directly back
sounds
into a
that
sink, like,
sounds
bleh.
that sounds ugh. Oh
It's just like
god, no.
I honestly I had to rinse my mouth out and then make something else that was a lot stronger to get the taste out. It is the worst combination I've ever had.
That
And it
sounds
just
so
like
gross.
it was terrible. Like I got like look, things happen when I get bored and I'm left alone in a cafe, and that was a mistake. That was a mistake, okay? That was honestly one of the worst things I've ever made. I do not recommend. 0 -10 out of 10, okay? Like, just worst thing you could put together is honestly just absolutely god awful. Oh, it was not good. It was not good. Now, I will recommend something that is delicious, okay? Delicious. And you could get this because it doesn't have, coconut in it, but it does involve the refresher.
Okay.
If you get the strawberry acai refresher with
Okay.
lemonade and you get it
Okay.
blended, it's delicious.
Ooh.
It's absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend it. It's not heavy at all. It's like it's a really nice
Mhm.
light drink, but it's got a little bit of that like citrusy zing to it. It's absolutely delicious. Totally
My
recommend.
favorite
It's
my
you
favorite
can get it not blended, which is and it's
Yeah.
still really good, but I like it blended just because it stays really cold a lot longer and it kind of gives like it's not gonna be the consistency of a frappuccino, but it will be, more like
It's
a
a
little bit
slushy.
better blended than slushy, yeah.
Yeah.
A little more
My
liquidy
favorite
than
is
slushy.
my favorite's getting the green tea lemonade.
That's really good, yeah.
That's like I love it. I get the bitterness of the tea and like the slight tanginess from the lemonade. It's so good.
Just don't ever blend the iced teas because it drowns out most of the flavor.
Mhm.
So, I definitely recommend that, but I recommend getting any of the refreshers blended is a great idea. Like you can get them instead of lemonade, you can do it with coconut milk, which is really good too. But like as you can get like a blended like pink drink and stuff like that. It's
Hmm.
delicious. But
I still haven't
blended,
tried the pink drink.
it's got coconut milk in it. You wouldn't
I
like
mean,
it.
that's fine because like we've already established that I'm fine with it because it doesn't taste like coconuts.
I the pink drink is one of my favorite drinks. It has this really weird thing of really reminding me of, and I don't know necessarily why, but it reminds me of a summer like beach themed, not even beach, but like just like that stereotypical summer idea that you have in your head in a lotion in a drink. And I don't like it's
See,
such a weird thing to
see,
say, but that's
no, it's not.
exactly what it
It's
reminds me of.
not because a couple of years ago, this was like yeah, years ago, I had got it was around Easter time, it was springtime, and I had gotten the Dove coconut cream filled chocolates.
Yeah.
Again, I don't like this. I don't like when I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see if it's just me being a child or if my palate's grown up and whatever.
Yeah.
So I tried it. I'm like, all right, it doesn't taste like coconut
Yeah.
from what I remember from my mom, getting a coconut, beating it in the backyard until it cracks open, and then she's like, here. I'm like, I don't like it. So like I'm eating it, and I get the nice dark chocolate from the Dove that I love, and then this coconut cream comes in, and all I can think of is I'm eating my sunscreen. That's all I can think of.
Yeah.
Because like it smells and tastes like I'm just licking sunscreen off my arm at the beach. I just
It's such a weird connection to make, but that's what it yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
exactly
I
it.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's so bizarre, but I think of that every time I drink. I love it because I think it tastes great, but, like, that's what I think of every time I drink it.
If you wanna know what summer if what a season tastes like,
Yeah, that's exactly
coconut.
what it is.
It's
Like,
coconut.
you can drink the pink drink or you can, eat the Dove chocolates, and there you go. It's just like, look, if you're ever really just wishing for warm weather in, like, December, just go and eat those things and drink the drink, and it's just like, there you go. It's,
If
like, the
you need
best you're gonna get.
external what was it called? If you need external stimulation to help you daydream about summer days,
There you go.
this is what you do.
Just turn your heat up, get yourself some Dove chocolate and a pink drink, and then you're at the beach, man. You are at the beach. And it's such a weird thing to associate with it. Now, you and I both like the dragon fruit refresher, which we both think is really good. But
Yes.
which is when you order it normally, bright purple. But what you learned recently, when you don't get it with the fruit, it looks like slightly off colored water. It looks like dirty water because it's got a slightly yellow
I
tint to it.
forgot about that. I
It's got a
forgot about
slight yellow it's clear with a slight yellow
Yeah, it's
tint to
fucking
it,
clear.
and it looks kinda like dirty water. It's really, really
I
weird.
remember because I remember I was in Orlando and we had gone to Starbucks and you had gotten I think the strawberry acai or something without the
The
added
fruit.
fruits or the dried fruits,
Yeah.
and I had got the kiwi one, but I got the fruits and I'm like, all right, next time I get one of these, I'm not gonna get the fruits.
Yeah.
So I go and get the dragon fruit one, and I'm just like, let me try that one.
I remember you texting me like, "What the fuck is this?
I'm
Like,
like,
what the
did
fuck is
literally,
this?
I'm like, did my barista fuck up? Like,
Like,
I'm
what did
so
she
confused.
do to my drink?"
Why is it clear?
I
Why is
just
my
remember
drink
you
clear? It's
texting me
supposed
because
to
like,
be
it's a
purple.
clear with yeah, it's like a clear with, like, an off, like, yellowish tint to it. It's like, "What the fuck is this?" I remember that. I laughed so hard because, like, when you sent me the picture, I could see the drink label, so I knew what it was. And you're just like, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "There's nothing wrong with it. Like, that's exactly what it should look like." We didn't order any fruit.
You've gotten it before. I haven't. I'm just going
Yeah,
down.
all of the refreshers, the juice is that color that it comes out, with the exception of the dragon fruit, because it's the fruit that turns it purple. And I just that was honestly, it was just so hilarious for me because you're just like, "What the fuck did she do?" It's just like, it's nothing. She did
Like
her
I
job.
understand fucking up and but how do you fuck up that bad?
Yeah, and it's just like you don't
Well,
wanna drink it because 'cause you're just like, why is it a weird color?" That was hilarious in all honesty, and I'm really glad you sent me, like, the picture and everything because I was just like, "This is amazing." That was great.
oh god.
Yep, that was funny. All right, now I'm going to find one that I know tastes bad, and I'm gonna rip it apart.
Oh, another secret menu drink?
Yeah, let's do something stupid.
The narwhal frappuccino.
Oh God, let's talk about the bubblegum frappuccino. First of all, why you want to drink bubblegum is just beyond fucking me. But the
See, I
bubblegum
also
drink
I
is
have an
a
issue with
strawberries and
bubblegum ice cream.
why do you want to eat bubblegum? Like, that's just the weirdest fucking thing to me. Like, it just doesn't sound good. But this is a strawberries and cream frappuccino with raspberry, and
No classic syrup. Add
yeah,
raspberry.
which in small doses is not bad, but the level of artificial that comes out of this
Thanks
is
to
awful.
barista Jennifer of Plant City, Florida. Of course it's in Florida.
And it's just like, it's not good. It tastes very, very, it's a very strong artificial flavor. Now, on the opposite side of that is the Oreo Frappuccino, which I
Ooh.
have had many times and is very good. And it tastes like cookies and cream ice cream. And it is the double chocolate chip Frappuccino. So, your favorite drink, the Java chip, but without any
Mhm.
caffeine in it. And instead of regular mocha, and you have to say this, instead of regular mocha, which
White
is chocolate,
mocha.
you get white mocha, and no, you can't have chocolate whipped cream on top of it, despite what it says. But so
Here's a
basically,
recipe if you prefer more cream than chocolate cookie flavor. Vanilla bean instead
mm,
of chocolate chip frap.
it
Interesting.
does not have the same outcome and taste. I can tell you that.
I believe
Um,
you, but and I would prefer more chocolate cookie than
yeah.
cream.
So
So
get the double chocolate chip frappuccino and get white mocha instead of regular mocha, and it tastes like cookies and cream ice cream. It's amazing. It
Aaron will
is
like this.
it is very, very good. I definitely recommend it. Um, now I
Oh,
will. Why? Oh, did you want to take a picture of it?
instead of trying to find it online, it's right here.
Done.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Do some things that are not.
Secret lattes. There were so many pumpkin ones that I wanted to try, but I'm like, it's a
I know.
seasonal thing.
This is a terrible thing to be on when it's not the
Like,
holidays.
I love pumpkin.
Me too. I wish they had it more often. Then again, I'd get sick of it pretty
People can call
fast.
me a
So,
basic white bitch for all, I don't care. I love pumpkin.
well, I love pumpkin too. So,
Like
you're not gonna hear
pumpkin,
anything from me.
like the pumpkin yogurt from Noosa, pumpkin cold brew, pumpkin latte. I don't care. The pumpkin
Well,
itself.
fair, very, very fair. A poor man's chai latte. What the fuck is that?
Oh, I saw that earlier, but I did not click on it. What the fuck is a misto?
A misto, and uh, I think it's a single shot of espresso and like steamed milk, if I remember right.
A
But
latte?
this is made with tea bags. That's why it's weird instead of the syrup. This is really weird. It just doesn't make any sense.
How
All
is
right.
that? How is that a poor man's chai? Wouldn't that end up being more
It would be
expensive?
more expensive than a chai, yeah, because you're adding two tea bags to it and syrup. So yeah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Now I will every season. I think it's right before fall, so like around August. They come out with the butterscotch latte. This is the dumbest fucking drink on the planet. Let me tell you why. For one thing, the syrup does not taste like butterscotch. You don't want to taste butterscotch? You get toffee nut and you get caramel and you put them together, and that tastes exactly
Like,
like
yeah,
butterscotch. That's how you get the butterbeer drinks. You can get them hot, ice cold, whatever. That's how you get the butterbeer flavor. You want butterbeer flavor, toffee nut, and
and
caramel. There
caramel.
you go. They will try to sell you this stupid fucking butterscotch latte. It, one, doesn't taste like butterscotch. Two, when I tell you this is not a, like, it gives you like pumps of syrups or
Uh
whatever,
huh.
it is not a pump. It is a drop because of the way you have to use specific pumps for this specific latte. They ship you specific pumps for this.
Really, it's not like your
Yeah.
pumpkin or chai pump.
It's metal like the mocha one is,
Uh
but
huh.
it's such a small pump. Like, say, let's use tablespoons as an example,
Okay.
okay? Versus, say, a mocha is a tablespoon of chocolate, okay? Now, some of the other drinks are shorter ones, so they'll be like a teaspoon. This
Mm-hmm.
is like half of a teaspoon at best. It is super, super small. They give you so very little. This drink will taste like you have gotten like espresso, warm milk, and just a little bit of really weird tasting sugar, like off tasting sugar. It is not good. It is not good.
Why?
I don't know, but it is not good.
Starbucks
They
gives you
charge you
excess
a,
of every flavor of whatever syrup,
except
except
for
for this
this,
one.
and it expires at the drop of a hat because it comes in a box for one thing, and it expires within like 2 weeks. Okay, and people, they send you so fucking many of them expecting you to go through them, and you just don't. So just for
Can't
two reasons: don't order it because it doesn't taste good, but also don't order it because there's a chance they've just had these for a while because they can't fucking sell them because they don't taste good, and they've had them for too long. So
if
don't
I
order
was
this.
if I was like a store manager or whatever, I'd be like, you manage a store, you see what sells, what doesn't. I'd be like, okay, this isn't really working, so let's somehow MacGyver this shit and give it a bigger pump and be like, just get rid of it.
Honestly, like the large hot one, it has like uh let's say it has 5 pumps of the syrup in
Mhm.
it. If I put 5 pumps of the syrup, like if you're holding a cup, okay,
Mhm.
5 pumps of the syrup of a normal drink, you've got like an inch maybe of
Mhm.
like the syrup in it. You'll have like a
Yeah.
fourth of an inch if you're lucky. In fact, you'll be lucky if it just covers the bottom of the cup. There's so little syrup that comes into this, and there's no taste to it. They are charging you $1 plus more for this specialty drink for something that doesn't taste like anything. It's awful.
Why?
I don't know, but it's awful. It is awful. So you want butterscotch, order toffee nut and caramel because
Caramel.
holy shit. Yeah, which
I
doesn't seem
love
like the
toffee nut. That has
yeah,
become my favorite syrup.
toffee nut can be hard to find because there was a little while that when they were going to get rid of it too. So,
Oh, I'm so glad they did not.
yeah.
I also like getting the oh, what is it? The cinnamon dolce latte with toffee nut. That shit's good.
Very good combination. Cinnamon dolce and mostly anything is really good. Like cinnamon, definitely recommend chai with cinnamon dolce in it. Delicious.
Ooh.
Absolutely delicious. On that note, I will recommend the what is called the dirty chai. And that is a chai with espresso in it. Hot, ice, doesn't matter. It's pretty good. It's actually it is you want a kick in the pants of caffeine, get it like chai already has caffeine in it and then you add espresso into it and it's just caffeine on caffeine.
I'm not a fan of a dirty chai.
That's fair. Like they're very two very different flavor tastes
I love
coming
chai.
together.
And we
Yeah.
know I love espresso and all that stuff. Like it's I don't like tasting the espresso in my chai.
It's weird because you're literally just taking tea and coffee and putting it together. So you have to have a very specific flavor palette for that because it's not for everybody. Like I like the taste of chai, I don't like the taste of espresso. I don't like the combination either, but it is a very good seller of because there's a decent amount of people who like the
Mhm.
combination of their coffee and their tea, and I'm not one of those people, but I don't like coffee, so
Yeah, I don't like I don't like it.
and that's a valid opinion. Now, on this note,
What else are
let
we
me
looking at? Oh, tea.
let's
Drinks? Okay.
another thing I will recommend is the passion iced tea with coconut milk. It's very good.
Ah.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna
Have you
go.
had that? You said you don't like you can't have the passion tea.
Um, I don't like it, but I sold a lot of it when I was
Oh,
advertising for
okay.
it. Now I'm going to tell people. Now on the secret menu website, it
The
tells
blue
you can
drink?
get a blue drink with passion iced tea,
Soy milk.
soy, and vanilla. Now I have sold this flavor combination. Okay, I have sold this flavor combination to people. Is it blue? Not at all. Not at all. You cannot put pink and like a cream colored brown and get
And
blue.
get blue. There's no way.
The color wheel does not work like that, ladies and gentlemen. That is not how that works. You want a blue drink. You do not put pink and brown together. Now you can add soy to your passion iced tea. It ain't really gonna taste all that great because it's soy
I
and
hate
passion
soy
iced
so
tea.
much.
I the adding vanilla to it, passion iced tea and vanilla do taste good together. Um, it's not a bad combination. It's a weird combination.
But not a
You
bad
have to
one.
be yeah, you have to really be looking because you're adding fruit and vanilla together. You really have to be looking to really sweeten a passion iced tea. But you cannot put pink and brown together and get blue. That is not how that
I
works. That is not at all how that works.
no.
It will turn like a muddy brown color and it like a silty water color.
Is that what the middle one on the right is supposed to be in that picture?
This one here, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
it's
does not no, there's no way you got that color out of soy and passion tea.
yeah. Now I they do say the orange drink, which I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can't order
Orange
this one
mango
anymore.
juice.
That was one of the smoothies that they used to have. You can't order that anymore.
Okay, it's coming
Also, at
back to me
no
now.
point did
It's
it
coming
come
back
with
to me now because I remember the orange mango juice.
yeah, and also at no point does Starbucks put fruit in your drink. So, so at any point, if you guys are looking at like Instagram or like Pinterest or whatever, and you see like the rainbow drinks from like Starbucks or whatever, understand that only 3 of those drinks are real drinks. There is no yellow. There's just no yellow.
There's no blue unless you're in
There's no
Australia.
blue unless you're in Australia. Like those drinks do not exist. If something is like the pink drink is like a real drink. The purple one is the cuz the pink drink is the strawberry acai refresher.
Uh-huh.
The purple drink is the other
The
refresher.
dragon
The
fruit?
no, the hibiscus one.
Oh, the hibiscus one.
Yeah, and then the green drink is a matcha latte, which is just all there is to it. Um and their yellow one doesn't exist, and the blue one doesn't exist, and the orange one also does not
The next
exist. If you see these people with this on the internet, they made it themselves. It is
Yeah,
not real. It
that's something they
is
must have
not
made at
real.
home.
Yeah, it is something they absolutely had to have made at home, or the baristas like brought food coloring, something like that, because like for promotional like pictures or for whatever reason. It is not real. It is either food coloring or they made it themselves at home. It is definitely not real. Now, there were older versions of ingredients that we used to have that could have turned it orange, like smoothies used
Mhm.
to have an orange syrup in it or like an orange juice in it. That would have turned it orange. That's fine if you see old posts or whatever. But today, right now, you go there, you are not getting anything blue, you're not getting anything yellow, and you're not getting anything orange. Especially because in the last couple of years, they've made a point of removing artificial coloring from all of their stuff. So the raspberry syrup is no longer uh, a pink color; it's clear. So we couldn't
I'm
do our
so
fun
glad
little photo.
I'm so glad we had that photo op
Yeah,
with the
like the,
bright
the
red
photo we did where it
raspberry.
looked like blood everywhere. Yeah, the raspberry syrup is now clear, which also makes the cotton candy frappuccino white instead of pink for anybody who's.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it upset a lot of kids when it happened. It's just like they're really upset because it wasn't pink anymore, and I had a lot of people try to return it. It's like it doesn't look right, and I'm like, "Did you taste it?" And they're like, "No," and it's just like, "You can taste it." It's like, "Well,
Taste
it
it.
tastes right," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's because they're removing all artificial coloring, and you're not going to find any of these weird, funky colors anymore."
I
So.
mean, the closest thing they can come to now for orange would be the pumpkin sauce.
And that's also brown. Like, when you actually like, the syrup is orange. The syrup is very orange, but when you put it in anything, it turns brown. So, except for ooh, and I will say this, if you get a cream pumpkin spice frappuccino, that is orange. That is brighter because 'cause
Uh-huh.
you're just putting orange in
With
a
white.
lot of white. So, yeah, that is orange, and that's the only way you could get orange for any of this because you can't even do it in a latte form. It would have to be the
How?
frappuccino.
Yeah, in latte it'd be orangey brown. Just shit. Like it looks like shit. Um
It does.
Now, speaking of pumpkin cream fraps,
Mhm.
what if you turned it into a pumpkin vanilla bean cream frap?
I've done that.
What?
I've
Ooh.
put I've put pumpkin in everything. The best combination for pumpkin is cinnamon dolce, hands down.
Okay.
The pumpkin spice and cinnamon dolce, easily the best combinations. Is absolutely delicious. Doesn't matter what form you get it in. Now, or the other way around if you want to base it in, because like if you get pumpkin spice, it's gonna have espresso in it. You could do it
Mhm.
with a chai drink and add pumpkin to it, which is probably a better taste combination. So you're not crossing.
So pumpkin chai
Yeah,
and cinnamon dolce, or just
yeah,
pumpkin and
like
chai?
well, just get a chai and then put pumpkin in it. Or you could get, and you could put cinnamon dolce in it too if you wanted to, because cinnamon dolce goes with both pumpkin and chai. So you like,
Okay.
it would be very sweet at that point because the pumpkin spice is super sweet.
Right.
But or you could do a pumpkin spice and you could add cinnamon dolce to it, which is really good. Um, I don't necessarily recommend getting pumpkin spice as the base and then adding chai into it because that's espresso on top of the chai, and
Mhm.
that's just a lot. It's just kind of like it's a lot of caffeine on top of each other. So
Yeah. When
especially in a frappuccino. So
usually when I go and get my pumpkin spice lattes, I get like half the pumps of pumpkin because I don't need it to be that sweet.
yeah,
So I'll do like 2 pumps of pumpkin and be like, yeah, that's all I need.
I'm gonna pull up the worst drink combination I've ever heard.
Oh boy.
There it is.
What? What is this? Starbucks
Okay,
medicine ball?
I'm gonna read it to you. The worst tasting actual like menu thing that they have is called the medicine ball. and it's supposed to be good for you and like all this other shit. It's jade citrus mint green tea, peach tranquility herb tea, steamed lemonade, which should just make you turn around and run away right then and there, and honey. And I can't tell you how many times I've had people try to order this from me and are so confused when I don't have it because we worked at a Castles and Poor People, which was not like an actual Starbucks. They were so confused. Like, why can't you make that? I'm like, one, no idea what it is. Two, once you show me all the ingredients, I don't have these teas. Like, that's just, we don't have these. But it is, I've had it. It is, first of all, the taste that your mind conjures when I say the words steamed lemonade. That taste that conjures in your mind, as awful as it sounds, it is worse to actually taste it. It is genuinely worse because
Because
it is,
all I'm
oh,
thinking is just hot lemon juice,
yeah,
which I would prefer much more over hot lemonade.
it's
Just give
hot,
me a lemon and
sweet
heat it up.
lemon juice, and it's awful tasting. It tastes so much worse than it should, but then you add these teas in it and honey. It's not good. It's not good. It is a
I understand the
hot
concept of it,
yeah,
of why it's a medicine ball, because citrus, mint, green
yeah,
tea, peach,
honey.
lemon, and honey, all these are things you do when you're sick, you have a cold, like it helps, it soothes, it, vitamin C and everything, but not that.
It is an
Not
awful
this.
swill that is created out of that. It is genuinely an awful, awful swill because it is a hot, citrusy, liquidy, disgusting thing in your mouth. And it
No,
is,
the hot toddy version that my mom makes is, whenever I'm sick or have a cold or
mm,
whatever, which is rare. It just our tea, our blend of loose leaf tea with
yeah,
squeeze the lemon in it and put some honey.
yeah.
You're good to go.
But like, there's lemon juice versus lemonade.
Lemonade.
Like, if you
Steamed
taste just lemon
lemonade.
juice, definitely tastes different than lemonade, and the Starbucks lemonade is different tasting than just, like, if I went and I made lemonade. It is such a disgusting, overpowering, hot citrus. Like, the words "hot citrus" are a terrible sound, in all honesty. Lemon. Hot lemon aid. Hot sugary lemonade is just the horrible thought that comes to your mind, and it is exactly what that tastes like, but with added disgustingness to it because it tastes like it's aptly named the medicine ball because it tastes like medicine. It tastes like warm, hot citrus medicine, and it's disgusting.
I wish there was a way that we can show my face to this.
It's a very like, what the fuck did you just show me face is disgusting, and it is, and it's honestly, it's not worth it. You're gonna pay a lot for honestly something that's very disgusting, and I don't
There's just
recommend it.
so. But we've also. I'm looking at the picture, and you've got white tea and
Mhm.
black tea, or sorry,
Mhm.
green tea in there.
Yep. Yep. And then you put honey and then you put lemonade in it, and it's not good, guys. It's just, it's not good.
I have a suggestion.
Sure.
Get the teas. Get it with
Mhm.
honey.
And then
Bring your
add
own
lemon.
lemon.
Yeah, because they
Just
definitely don't have
lemon.
lemon, but like,
Not
just bring
lemonade.
your own
Lemon.
fucking lemon.
Bring your own lemon.
I
Add
have a
your own lemon. Sliced juice, I don't care.
just don't
That sounds
do
better.
just don't do all of that. Just
Warm
don't do
lemon.
that.
Ugh.
Yeah, warm lemonade is a terrible sound. Now, I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to uh, send, or well, I'm not going to send you. I'm going to read a couple of drinks that I found off of the internet.
Okay.
And gonna be weird, aren't you? Just stop doing that, and that'd be great. Okay, this one sounds terrible to me. I've never had this one, but it was a combination somebody made. It is an $8 drink, which is ridiculous.
Damn.
Hmm. But it is the mango passion fruit juice. So the and which is part of the dragon drink, and with foam on top of it and espresso. Take a refresher, steam some milk foam, put it on top, and add espresso shots. So take a cold juice, add steamed milk and coffee. It's just I read that and I was like, "Do what? Do what?" But yeah. Also, it says mango passion fruit, but it means it should say dragon fruit, and that's what they meant. But
Why?
I truly wish I could answer that question. I
That
cannot.
sounds disgusting.
It does. It truly, truly sounds like one of the worst, like even worse than the medicine ball. But taking juice, steamed
At
milk.
least the medicine ball is aptly named because medicine is supposed to taste like garbage.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
The
But
fuck is
this is
this?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You you want me to take a refresher and add steamed milk and espresso?
Mhm. Yep. Take some cold juice, steam some milk foam, not just like the milk, but just the foam, which is the biggest waste of milk you could possibly get, by the way. And anybody who orders a dry cappuccino, which is just significant amounts of dry foam, is an idiot. Um, and um, and throw some espresso in there. Yeah,
No.
you want to give yourself a stomach ache at 5 seconds flat, so you don't have to go to work. There you go. There you go. You might give yourself food poisoning for all you know, but there you go.
It's disgusting.
Now I will cleanse our mind palates, and I will give you another seasonal good combination, and that is pumpkin spice and chocolate. Because mocha and your
Okay.
pumpkin spice is actually really good. And you can do it with a regular chocolate or white chocolate, and it's very good.
I'm
It
so
doesn't.
over like mocha lattes, like it's ridiculous.
Fair enough.
Especially from Starbucks because they overdo it.
Yeah, they do.
Like their
There's
mocha is just so heavy. Like I love
yeah.
chocolate, but I don't want this.
Yeah, honestly, I definitely get that. Um, Now I will say I'm gonna rip into one of the actual, like, non-secret menu, like, one of the actual standard drinks that
Okay.
comes out every year, and it's one of the I think it's one of the fall drinks, but it's
Is it
the,
eggnog?
no, it is that at least doesn't have any added, like, really not really any added stuff into it, but, that would be the salted caramel mocha. Now, if you would like to order the salted caramel mocha in a large, you're going to have 12 pumps of syrup in it,
I mean, we
which
already established that with the comic that
now let me lay this out for you. If you have a large Starbucks drink, okay? 12 pumps of syrup is the bottom third of that cup.
is that the first green line or the second green line?
That would be I have one in front of me. That is probably right about there. Just of syrup. That
That-
is more than an inch. That's about 2 inches.
That's a lot of fucking syrup. I can't.
It is 12 pumps of syrup, and then you throw the espresso shots on top of it, which
Which
depending
is
on
what, 3?
if it's hot or cold. It's hot, it's 2. It's cold, it's 3. But if it's cold, there's more syrup in it. So, um, and then it's the milk, and then it's whipped cream, and then it's drizzle on top of it. Which, by the way, the salted caramel mocha, the only caramel that's in this entire drink is what they drizzle on top of the whipped cream because it's chocolate and it's toffee nut. It's there's no caramel in your drink.
So you said it's 12 pumps of syrup?
Yes.
It's what, 6 pumps of mocha, 6 pumps of toffee nut?
Yep.
You could easily make that with 3 pumps of mocha and
And three
still
pumps of
taste the
toffee
chocolate
nut.
and
Yeah.
still taste the chocolate.
Now, for
Why does it need to
I
be
assume I assume most people on here have not been a barista at any point. The mocha is the largest pumps of syrup that Starbucks will give out, and like just naturally, like the pumps are just gives a lot more to it because their chocolate, their mocha is a dark chocolate, so it's not actually super sweet, just like as is. It's just chocolate powder and water, and so they put a lot of it in there, assuming they need to overcompensate for it. They don't,
they
but
don't.
they seem to think that they need to overcompensate for it. This is a like anything that has a combination like as a drink like that, like the peppermint mocha is the same way.
Ugh,
It
I
has
hate
12 pumps of syrup. Anything that has these like two words combinations, like peppermint mocha or salted and like the salted caramel kind of a thing, it is going to probably have 12 pumps of syrup if you get the big one.
Mm.
And it doesn't go down very because like the tall has 6. And like that's a lot of
A
syrup.
tall
And
does not need 6. A tall needs like 1.
yeah, you are very much correct. But Please don't ever hesitate to just tell the barista, "Can I get only half the pumps of syrups in it?" They will easily do that for you. No questions asked. They'll be like, "Sure." But if you get it as is, it is 12 pumps of syrup. That is disgusting. Honestly disgusting at how much syrup is in that because
That's more
holy
sugar
lord.
than it is caffeine.
Yeah. Now, I did find earlier today some terrible drinks that were ordered from people who went to Starbucks. I'm going to read this drink. I'm going to I'm going to start before I even read this drink, I'm going to tell you reading these ingredients, it will this person has a large cup. It will not all fit in this cup.
Oh
Just ingredients.
no.
All right, are you ready? 1 shot of decaf, 7 pumps of frap roast, 4 pumps of caramel sauce, 6 pumps of mocha, 1 pump of sugar-free mocha, 4 pumps of white mocha, 1 pump of cinnamon dolce, 4 pumps of classic syrup, 1 pump of hazelnut, 1 pump of peppermint, 1 of raspberry, 1 toffee nut, 4 vanilla, 1 pouring of the peach stuff that goes in the peach iced tea, 6 pumps of the caramel sauce, extra mocha drizzle, light cinnamon dolce, 2 bananas, chocolate powder, cinnamon powder, nutmeg, vanilla, 3 scoops of vanilla bean, extra caramel, and this is from back when we had mangoes, the stuff for the smoothies. So mango smoothie juice, I guess is what you could call it, and 2 shots of espresso and whipped cream. I can't
What
even
in the
tell you.
fuck is that?
All of
It
this, by
sounds
the
like
way,
the
is
kitchen sink.
blended in a caramel frappuccino.
Ugh, that's gross.
Jesus, it's over 40 pumps of syrup,
That
and
is
it has
more than
bananas.
half. That is more than half of the
Yes, it is.
venti
It
cup.
probably 40 pumps of syrup is probably that whole cup. Like before you even get halfway through this list, you have filled a cup. That doesn't even include the fact that they want bananas in it and juices in it.
I love how
But
they want like sugar free of certain drinks. It's like, what's the point?
yeah,
What's the
it's just
fucking
like
point after this
what is
entire thing that you're making?
truly what is wrong with you? Now, I will go in the opposite extreme of a drink that I think sounds terrible that people try to order and apparently do a lot, and that's ice water with whipped cream on top of it. What the fuck is wrong with you heathens? I see this on the
Who
internet
the
all
fuck?
the time.
I think we said that
All
to our
the
group chat.
time.
What is that?
Who do not do this. I understand that it's free, but you understand that that fucking whipped cream will mix with the water.
It's
You
gonna
are
be
going to have sugary,
gross.
watery milk. What is wrong with you? Do not order this, you fucking psychos. If I see anybody ordering this, I'm going to assume you're a serial killer. Because only serial killers should be ordering that. Pay something and buy a real drink if you want fucking whipped cream. Don't get whipped cream on your water.
You want whipped cream? Just order yourself a puppuccino.
Seriously. Go through the drive thru and be like, "Can I get a puppuccino?" And they'll be like, "Sure." You don't have to fucking have a dog. They'll just give it to you.
If they
Nobody's gonna
ask you where's your
question
dog,
you.
it's at they're at home.
Yeah, like, "I'm gonna bring it home for my dog."
They don't
Say
like
that they
car
just got back
rides.
say they
Like
just got back from the vet and you wanted to get something to make them feel better. I don't fucking care. Lie. Just do not order fucking whipped cream on your water, you fucking heathens. Don't do that.
That's disgusting.
That
That's
is horrible.
absolutely disgusting. Like, why?
I don't know. I wish I understood, but I do not. And it's just one of the worst sounding things I've ever heard in my entire life. And I'm just like, what is truly wrong with people? Like, do not do that. I'm trying to find some of the other ones that I found that were good. Let's see. Now, I've had people order weird things from me. One of the weirdest things I've had somebody try to order from me is an Italian soda. A-
Okay.
And I'm just like, they're like, "Can I get an Italian soda?" And I'm like, "No, no, you cannot. I have no idea what that is. I would have no idea to make." And they're like,
No,
"I've
you
got it here
can't.
before." And I'll be like, "You definitely didn't. You definitely didn't. I have no idea what that is." And one of my coworkers at one time told me that she made like a knockoff version of this drink because you could
Okay.
get it at some places, not like in an actual you couldn't get it in a Starbucks, but you couldn't get it with us either. But I guess some baristas, like in some places, made a knockoff version. And what it is, and it was really weird, was taking a sparkling water and you add it,
Lemon?
in no, they took it, I think the way she made it, which didn't make a lot of sense to me, is you took a sparkling water and you put
Mhm.
it in a cup with ice and then you added like a cream soda on top of it. And it doesn't
Okay.
sound good to me, mostly because I don't like sparkling water.
I don't
But
either.
sometimes people would ask for you to blend it. And it's just like, no. Yeah. And I'm like, what?
Blending sparkling? What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
Come
I
on! What
I truly wish I could tell you, but I
the
do
fuck?
not know. I have no idea. I wish I could answer that for
Ah,
you, but I don't.
I don't get it. I really
I have no idea. I'm trying
like
to
I'm
think.
already over today. This is making it worse.
Then I'll make it a little better and I'll recommend a couple of good things. How's that? Like just
Sure.
some
Fun
just some
pop
good
culture fraps.
things to do. You looking at pop culture perhaps?
Uh-huh. The Cinderella one. Oh, is the Jack Skellington one on this? Got
Are you
Stormtroopers, the
looking at
Dark Side.
the website?
Yeah, Ariana Grande has her own frappuccino.
She does, yeah.
Hey, we've got the Cinderella one, but we don't have Jack. Let me see if I can find that one. Cause you know me, I get all the Disney stuff.
True. Now, had a lot of these actually. Let me see. I gotta look at the ingredients for the. I've made the Cinderella latte. Let me pull it up.
What is it again? That's a
It's
pumpkin
pumpkin
spice
spice, yeah, and white mocha.
sub
So the
half the pumpkin spice with white mocha.
yeah,
No.
so and they're smart because they're telling you not to just add them on top of each other. But the Cinderella latte is the pumpkin spice latte with white mocha in it. It's actually very good. It is a good combination. I'm always an advocate for pumpkin and flavor combinations in all honesty. So it's very good. Um,
Here's the Jack Skellington one: a pumpkin spice frap, mocha drizzle, a shot of chai, a shot of espresso, and Java chips.
Not the most creative in all honesty, but acceptable.
I don't get what makes it Jack, but okay.
Who knows in all honesty. At
Is
least the
there?
Cinderella latte is themed with pumpkin.
Yeah. Now I want to see if there's the Oogie Boogie frap.
Now, you recommended this one to me, which is the Polyjuice Potion Frappuccino, and I did make
Yes.
this, and it was one of the things that I made. Um, and I made it for one of my coworkers one time, and he and I were working together, and I just got bored, and I decided to make it. Now, it calls for the cherry blossom frappuccino, which you will not find unless you live in the Northeast. It
Okay.
is a Northeast specific thing because the Northeast here is the only place that has a cherry
Cherry
blossom
blossom.
festival. And
Okay.
so when we worked in Pennsylvania, we actually had the cherry blossom frappuccino. And it's literally just the strawberries and cream frappuccino, but you have to make a special sauce to go in the cup, which is white mocha and matcha, which is very good. But
Oh.
you make the strawberries and cream and then you drizzle this sauce like in the cup. But nobody's going to make this sauce for you if you go there. Like they
Right.
will not make this sauce if
Especially
we're
like maybe you'll get lucky when they're not busy and they're bored, but if you go and they're busy, then no way.
yeah, they're not making a sauce. They'll probably offer just to add them into like the drink itself, like the mocha and the matcha, and like they'll be like, "Sure, I could do that," but they will not make this for you. Like, just they're not going to make you a special bottle of sauce for you. But the drink calls for strawberries and cream frappuccino with the white mocha and matcha sauce, espresso, and the vanilla syrup. I've had this without the espresso in it. Um, because being the barista, I don't mind taking the moment to make the sauce because I
Right.
was making it for me and my coworker. Um, but it was good. It was very good. It's very sweet, and it's called the Polyjuice Potion, but it's too sweet for the idea of what you have of Polyjuice Potion
Polyjuice is
being.
supposed to be
Polyjuice is supposed to taste
disgusting.
terrible for one thing, so you probably should be glad that it doesn't
Wait a
taste like
minute.
what.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hang on. Are you still reading the books?
Yeah,
Which book are you on?
I'm not on any of them at the moment. I was planning to go to read 2 next.
Didn't they mention somewhere in the books that Polyjuice Potion tastes depending on like the person. Like the taste differs on like what kind of like person's essence you put in it, which is why it makes sense that crab and goyle were garbage because they're crab
Maybe.
and goyle. But I could have sworn that was somewhere in the books. While you look that up, I did find the Oogie Boogie Frap. So you start off by putting whipped cream at the bottom of the cup. Then you put Java chips on top of the whipped cream. Then
That's
it's a
fair.
white mocha frap with Java chips mixed in. And then you top it with whipped cream and matcha powder.
Okay. It's definitely not the worst I've ever heard. I think it's kind of weird to put Java chips on top because I just feel like that's just kind of weird.
Whipped cream, Java chips, white mocha frap with Java chips, whipped cream, Java chips, matcha.
It's just like a layered cookie.
My bugs, my bugs.
Your bugs. I do come up with a list of that it tastes different to different people. Like all of the ones that are mentioned taste differently. Effects known uses. List of transformation because the list of transformations comes with a list of like the way they tasted. And to Harry it tasted like overcooked cabbage and looked like bogies. And to Ron it tasted like bogies. Hermione's turned a weird yellow color. Um, when they all drank the one that turned them into Harry, it turned a clear, bright gold and was much tastier than both Crab and
Yeah,
Goyles.
see?
And yeah, there's a couple of them that are all. Some of them say they taste, yeah, because when Hermione drank the one that tastes like Bellatrix, she said it just tasted awful. But depending on who it is, yeah. Let's see if it has trivia.
But still, this polyjuice potion from Starbucks just
The
seems.
Polyjuice Potion from Starbucks definitely sounds like it tastes way better than, actual Polyjuice Potion, and everybody should probably just be glad for that.
I mean,
So,
there's only one, like two character. No, there's only one character that I could think of that it would taste like if that was actual polyjuice potion. Luna.
that's very true. That's very, very true. Um, I'm trying to decide if this episode has made enough sense yet, or like, I don't know if this episode is honestly like, should I destroy some more drinks? Should I recommend some more things? Does this episode make any fucking sense?
No, this is just another bullshit episode.
Yeah, and I'm just like, does it make enough sense to just like call it as, like enough of an episode? Should I add more things? What should I talk about next? Like I'm trying to figure out like does it make sense? I guess I could just talk about some of the things that are just in some drinks because people don't know what's in a lot of them. But I'm just pulling up like secret menu stuff from Pinterest.
Ugh, the Pokeball frap. Nope. Ugh. What's the Stormtrooper frap? Let's look at that.
Now I will say, like, if you want amazing, unique flavors for any drinks, you have to go to Japan because Japan has the best options and unique drinks from a
Japan
Starbucks.
has the best of everything. McDonald's,
Yeah.
Starbucks,
Yep.
Disney merchandise. It's got
Yep.
it's unparalleled.
Like, their
I hate it.
McDonald's uses, like, way fresher and real ingredients than ours does, and way different foods, too. Like, they have, like, some of the staple, like, the Big Mac and shit like that, but they have, like, shrimp burgers and, like, stuff like that, and just, like, all kinds of, like, really unique things. But their Starbucks is amazing. I hate looking at, like, the Instagram stuff that they put out
I know.
because
They
it
put
looks
out so much
amazing.
pretty, and it's not just pretty drinks, but also like they sound good sometimes.
Yeah, it's, like, really good flavor combination, like, they did one, I think, for not this past Valentine's, but, like, a couple of Valentine's ago, but it was, like, a dark chocolate and cherry drink, and it
Yeah,
just
you showed me
sounded
that.
so good, and I'm just like, "What is why is it that Japan gets all the cool stuff and we're just stuck with the random ash?" We got the fucking unicorn frappuccino, which was just a bunch of fucking, sweet tart powder.
Blech.
And it's just like, but no, these guys get the dark chocolate cherry drinks. They're like, "Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me?" But Yeah, like, no, I wanna go to Japan just to have the good stuff. Like, what the fuck?
We have to go, like, eventually, like, sooner rather than later, we need to go to Japan.
Yeah, they just opened back up too, like a week
The
ago or
borders are
something like.
open?
Yeah, like as of like I think a week ago.
Well, I'm fucked. I
I
gotta
only
start
know
planning my Japan trip.
I only know that because like an article popped up on my phone that was making a big deal about the fact that PewDiePie moved to Japan. I'm just like, okay, I don't follow him, but cool,
Yeah,
he
there's a
moved to
lot I
Japan.
remember a lot of controversy about PewDiePie. He's also annoying as fuck in my opinion.
Fair
Why?
enough.
I'm guessing he ran away to Japan.
The only thing I know about him is he's the first person to ever hit 100 million subscribers on YouTube. So, and I'm
I
just
don't
like,
understand
okay,
why people like him.
I don't either. He doesn't seem like a very interesting person. I've like seen like a couple of his videos too, and I'm like, why? But no offense to PewDiePie and PewDiePie subscribers, it's just not that interesting to me. But good for him for moving to a place that he's been trying to move to for several years.
Oh,
So
he's been trying? I didn't know that.
yeah,
Clearly, I don't know that because I don't follow him.
I learned all of this from one article because it popped up like yesterday, and I'm like, oh, and because it was like Japanese borders open up and PewDiePie moves, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Okay.
But I read it, and he's been, I guess, trying for like a couple of years and all that. But I'm gonna lay down some drink facts that you people should know. Okay,
Yes.
the difference in ingredients between the medium and the large in almost every instance is nothing, especially in coffee. The medium espresso drink that you get has the exact same amount of coffee in it as the large.
Yeah, grande and venti hot latte both have 2 shots of espresso.
Yes, there is no coffee difference in these. So
You just get
you are
more
not
milk.
like you're paying, yeah, you're just getting more milk, or if it's got syrup in it, you're getting more syrup. You are not getting more coffee. There is no more coffee. The honestly the best bang for your buck is the medium cuz you get all of the like coffee that you want with not nearly as much syrup, but you also like don't have to worry about the fact that your drink is the size of a child's sippy cup either. So, but yeah, you do not get more coffee if you go up a size unless you pay for it.
Unless you specifically ask, like, I would like an extra shot.
Yeah, and then that's about $1. So, but yeah, so you'll get more syrup, you'll get more milk. You will not get more
More coffee.
coffee, which
Unless
is
you get an
probably why
iced
you.
drink, an iced venti. Then you get an extra shot. Why?
That's true.
I don't know. I guess because of the ice? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, they say it dilutes it too much because the ice will melt and it'll water it down. So, but yeah, and just some tips from a person who was a barista for a very long time. One, if you like macchiatos, like caramel macchiatos, but you're the person who, as soon as you get it, because it's a layered drink, if you stir it immediately after you get it, you're paying too much money. Because, for one thing, there is no caramel in your caramel macchiato except for the little drizzle that comes on top.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
only
just the
caramel in that
drizzle
drink.
on the cup.
Order a vanilla latte and ask them to put the caramel drizzle on top. 9 chances out of 10, they're not going to charge you for that caramel drizzle, and you'll pay about $1 less than you would have before. If you don't like that drink is meant to be drunk in layers for a reason. That's why they charge you so much for it. But there's also no caramel in it. Just just get a latte
A
with
vanilla
caramel in it.
latte.
Or just get a vanilla latte and ask for the caramel drizzle on top of it if you want to keep all the same ingredients. Or just order a latte with caramel in it. And there you go. But if you stir your macchiatos as soon as you get it, you're paying too much. And I hate to break it to you, but don't. Just don't. Just don't do that. Because it was really irritating watching people take it and then they just swish it, swirl it, stir it. And it's just like that's $1 you just wasted. Like they charge you for the fact that it's in layers. Like Jesus.
That's like I've gotten a caramel macchiato before and immediately stirred it just because I've been like, I don't know what I want. First thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
Like it's the first thing I saw. That's what I want. You know.
Yep. And they charge you too much for it, which is crazy. They had a flavor out. I don't know if they still have it, but they had it recently. But it was the pistachio flavor. Tastes like
Oh
nothing.
yeah.
Tastes like nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's no taste to it. Like, there it is nothing but air, and it's just like, "This is the stupidest flavor on the planet." But the worst flavor we've ever had was the, turmeric drink. It was terrible. It was a powder for one thing, and it was
Turmeric
off
is a spice.
yes, and it was a
It's a
drink.
powder spice. Why the fuck would
Yes.
you put turmeric
I don't know, but they
in your
did. It was a
coffee?
drink. It was a drink. They had it. It was terrible. It was awful. It was so bad. And like once people like ordered it for like the first day or two, because like people hadn't had it yet, we didn't sell anymore because word got around that it was awful because it's a spice. It's a fucking. It's not like the way chai is a spice. It's a spice like a cooking spice.
Yeah, it's not like nutmeg or cinnamon.
Yeah, it's a genuine spice.
This is the stuff you put in curry.
Yes, and they made a drink out of it. They made a curry drink. It was horrible, horrible. I remember, me and B were there when they got it, and we made it, and we tried it, and it was it was terrible. It was
That sounds
honestly just
disgusting.
awful. Yeah, it was really, really bad. And it was probably one of the worst creations by the company that I've come across. Though their spicy hot chocolate was really weird too, though. Not as bad tasting as the turmeric drink, but their spicy hot chocolate that they did a few years back was just bizarre.
That's oh okay.
Yeah.
No thanks. Really, no. Turmeric.
So,
Mm.
what is your like favorite go-to drink? And then what is your I'm going to treat myself drink?
My favorite go-to drink. Oh god. It's evolved. So,
Okay.
as of its latest evolution, it would be a toffee nut latte.
Okay. That's a good one.
That's my go-to. If I don't know what I want, I just go for a toffee nut latte. What do I treat myself to?
Mhm.
Java chip.
Java chip. Java
It's,
chip's good.
it's one of my favorite fraps, and I don't like fraps all that much because
Yeah.
like I get that film I get at the end with whatever the hell is in that frap base.
Yeah.
I don't like it at the end, so I'm just like I have like an inch of just standing melted everything.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's fair.
but no, yeah,
Fraps leave all frappuccinos leave like this weird taste in your mouth
yeah, it's that
at the
weird
very end.
film on your teeth and tongue. I
Mhm.
don't like it. But no, toffee nut is definitely my go to now.
That's good. That's a good combination. Mine is probably the like the go-to like default one is probably the it's either the pink drink with no fruit because that fruit tastes terrible once it's wet because it's
It's
all freeze-dried fruit and then like they put it in there and it just gets soggy and it falls apart and it's disgusting. Especially in the dragon fruit one where it's just seeds everywhere at the bottom of that. It's terrible.
I can handle the dragon fruit one. I don't mind that one. The kiwi one is gross.
The kiwi one in general I just don't think tastes any good
The
at
kiwi
all.
one is fine. Like, the drink itself is fine. The dried fruit is. I regretted not listening to you when I was there, and I got the kiwi with the fruit, and I'm just like,
Mhm,
I regret this. I
mhm.
don't want this
Yeah.
fruit is gross.
Yeah, the fruit in it always just tastes bad to me. Like, I understand getting it for the dragon, like the mango dragon, just because of the fact that it turns it colors, but the little
Yeah,
seeds and the little pieces of fruit that just explode throughout the drink that you every time you take a drink, it's just like a mouthful of seeds. It's terrible. Um, so
you
the
don't want
pink
to grow
drink,
a garden in your belly.
I don't, I really, really don't, especially if dragon fruit's like, no, thank you. Um, Like, so my go-to drink is either the pink drink with no fruit or it's a, iced matcha green tea latte with coconut milk, which is really good. It helps keep the taste light,
Uh
which
huh.
is really what I go for. The treat myself one, which I don't get very often, is the matcha green tea frappuccino with peppermint, which is
Your mint chip. Yeah.
delicious. It's delicious. Even if you don't get the chocolate chips in it, like, it is delicious just as it is with the and not a lot, just, like, 2 pumps of peppermint in it.
I'll have
Um,
to try this next time.
yeah. And just as a tip for anybody who's ordering anything, Starbucks does this thing when you use, like, "Can I get" say, like, you're ordering just say you're ordering a latte, and, like, "Can I get caramel?" Like a caramel latte? They'll base it on how like, what size it is, so, like, if it's the big one, it and if it's cold, like, it's 6 pumps, but if it's, like, the medium size, it'll they'll give you less
Four
or whatever.
pumps.
So, like, you do kinda have to specify, but if you say, "Can I get, like, 7 pumps?" They're gonna charge you twice for the flavors, so just go down, like, 1 pump, just, like, try to keep it within the 3, 4, 6
Yeah.
spaces of because they will charge you a lot extra, and it's, like, 60 cents, extra for that, so it's just like, don't do that. Don't get yourself charged $1.20 when you coulda just been charged, like, 60 cents,
Right.
because we
Ugh.
used to have a manager who would do that, who would order her iced tea with 13 pumps of syrup, and they would charge her 3 times for it. So, instead of just charging if she'd have just said 12, they would have only charged her twice. Or charged her once because it comes with 6 anyway.
Also, that's still too much. That's just too much.
No,
Too much
yeah, that's
syrup.
way too much syrup, like, just don't do that. It's just way too much syrup because it's crazy. Nobody should have that much syrup in a drink, but 12 pumps of syrup is just
Nobody should have 40 pumps of any kind of syrup in their drink.
Yeah, that one was kinda like, "Oh, holy shit," in the handbasket. I've
The
definitely had
equivalent of like 40 pumps of chai.
yeah. I've definitely had people order from me, like, a bunch of different flavors, like, all in something, and back when we used to have smoothies, people would order, like, bananas, like, in, like, mocha frappuccinos and stuff like that, and, like, can you just put a banana in that?" And I'm like, "Why? You want a caffeinated smoothie is what you want a caffeinated sugary smoothie is what you're looking for." And it just makes so much more than what they're gonna get. Like, it'll make 2 drinks for the like, you're
I remember you and I would like keep the extras and like just try it. And if we didn't like it, we'd dump it out. If we did like it,
yeah,
we'd like pass it around to our coworkers and be like, let's.
your baristas are 100% when there's leftovers, especially of that degree, are keeping it and drinking it and trying it, especially if you've done something really weird. Like, you and I did that all the time.
All
I
the
did that
time.
I did that a lot once I moved here and, like, I started giving even less fucks. But you do that all the time, especially when they want, like, really weird combinations, and you're like, "I'm saving some of this." And then, like, you go to the back to, like, wash the pitcher
Uh
out,
huh.
and you just pour it in
Meanwhile,
a
you're just
cup.
like,
Yeah, like, absolutely. I've done that so many times. One of my coworkers and she and I used to do that because we used to have a, couple regulars that would come in and order drinks that her and I really liked, and we would know that when we're making it, like, we just kinda, like, make eye contact with each other, just, like, make too much, don't 'cause because her and I were so experienced, like, you know how to make it
you know the
just
measurements,
enough,
yeah.
but, like, like, make that eye contact, like, make too much," and we always did, and it's just like, "Here you go," and it's like, "I put it in the back for you." Yeah. But, especially at castles and poor people, because like, if you work for a Starbucks, they give you a free drink per shift. Like, you get, like, discounts on, like, the food and stuff like that. Castles and poor people didn't. You didn't get anything for free. You were lucky you got a discount. You didn't get shit from these
No,
people.
you just got a discount on the cafe items.
Yeah, and, like, the longer I was there, the worse the discount kept becoming.
Because
So,
when I started, it was what
50%.
40%, 50% off. Oh, he was half off. That's right.
Yeah.
Which is
And
why my
then
venti tea and like my cookie or whatever was like all total of like $3.
yeah, and which was really nice, but over the years as I went there, I think when I left it was like 30. So, it was just like, this is really just because they apparently at some point they did the math and they found out that a vast majority of, like, the regulars that were there were all employees that went to the cafe because it was so cheap, and they're like, "Well, we don't wanna do that, we wanna bring in more people," and it's just like, well, getting rid of the people who go there on a regular basis isn't going to increase the amount of people who come in. So, which was really stupid, and then once they dropped it down to 30, a vast majority of the staff stopped buying anything, and they're like, "Why are sales down?" I'm like, "I wonder. Why did you do that?" So, but then
That's some.
again yeah,
Yeah.
but then again, when I opened, I just made myself stuff, and I didn't even bother to I'm not it's like, "You people have caused me so much emotional trauma and pain. I'm gonna make myself a green iced tea in the morning. Fuck you, I don't care." So, I didn't open
I've
very
done.
often, but when I did that.
I didn't open very often, but when I did, they would put me on clopen shifts. I would close the night before. I'd open the next morning.
Yeah.
But a lot of my shifts were closing shifts.
Yeah. A vast majority of mine were too, and I preferred that because I didn't really like to open very much. But,
It
I
annoyed me because like I think they figured out that you and I enjoy working together, so
yeah.
like
Once
they
they
put
figured
you at
out
like
you and I were
midday.
friends, yeah, they split us apart once they
They
figured
put
out
you
we
at
were
midday
friends.
shifts from like 11 to 4 and then me from like what 2 to 8 or like 2 to
Yeah.
10. So we
They
only
tried
work
hard to
together for
split us.
like 2 to 4 hours and I'm just like fuck you guys.
Yeah, they tried really hard once they found out you and I were friends. They were just like, "We don't want these 2 people working together," which is stupid because everybody else is friends and they gotta work with each other all day long.
And I'm
But
like
for
you
some
guys know
reason
like
it
we're going to be doing everything right. Like we
yeah,
get
like,
shit
it no
done.
were we ever behind or anything like that. Like, we were good, and once I got to working here in Florida, I got a lot faster, but I started caring a lot less. And like I was very fast and very efficient with making drinks, but my care for like the cafe itself just went downhill because of my cafe manager. And I'm just like, you're just gonna obsessively compulsively wipe this counter 20 fucking times and not actually do anything else. Because that was all
Right?
I did in an 8-hour shift. I came in once and like the bake case for all the baked goods and everything, you're supposed to wrap it in like the little saran wrap every night. I came in once at noon and you're supposed to unwrap it in the mornings when you before you open. I came in once at noon and it was still wrapped because he didn't do it because he didn't want to. And I'm like, why is there something wrong with it? Like, why is it still wrapped? And he's like, no, I just didn't want to unwrap it. He's like, I've just been unwrapping it as I've sold stuff. And I'm like, are you kidding?
So
Like,
much about that man bothers me.
yeah, so much about that man bothers himself. Like, Jesus. It was yeah, that was a weird place to work. Easily the wor Look, I worked at a child's inflatable party zone at 16, and yet working for castles and poor people was still worse. Still worse. And I hated working for the inflatable party zone because I was a party host for 30 children for like 2 or
Ew.
3 hours. Yeah. It was my job to serve them pizza, cake, clean it all, pack it all up for them, and help them open all their presents. And I'm just like, this is the worst job for
Ew.
me possible.
We for someone who doesn't like children, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it
gross.
was bad. And you do it by yourself. And it because my job was also full of other 16-year-olds, there was cliques and stuff like that. And when
Ugh.
there was like, because there was 2 party rooms, and you worked in like I worked in one, and then the other host worked in the other one, and there's supposed to be like a floater that go back and forth.
Uh-huh.
But if they're friends, like really good friends at the other one, they'll
That
just spend the
floater
whole
never
day in
showed
there.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, and, I would go and, like, when we would have, like, the really big parties, like, the floater's in there with a room that has, like, 8 kids in it, so there's 2 party hosts, and I've got, like, 45
30.
yeah, I've got, like, way more kids than I'm supposed to have, all of their parents, and, like, I've got, like, 50 plus people in this room, and I'm having to go to this manager who's 17 and it'd be like, "Can you send the floater over there?" And they'll come over for like 5 minutes before they'll leave. And I'm like, and I remember one day getting really mad at a girl because I had to go get her to ask her to help, and she picked up like 2 plates and threw them away. And I've got like 50 people in a room. She's like, "Well, do you need anything else? Like, I'm just
Yes,
gonna
I
go
need
ahead and get it."
help.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking need help." And I said, "That room has 8 people in it. I have 50. Help me." And she got really moody at me because she's like, well, you don't need. And I'm like, I need help, do something. Do your job. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with
Seriously.
you? I hated
Like
that job.
you're being paid to be an overglorified babysitter at that
Yeah.
point.
Just like you see those dirty plates everywhere, throw them away. Like, Jesus. Be a person with 2 legs. Like, walk.
And a functioning brain. That's a little much to ask for, but still.
Especially in a Houston high school. Like, jeez. Was asking a little much. Well, this episode has been different and interesting. We went in a very different direction with it
We did.
just to see like trying out a couple of new things, different things, some
Testing the waters.
some criticisms, some recommendations,
A
um
lot of what the fuck.
some serious like what the fucks. If you guys just ever want to be baffled, just look at crazy Starbucks drinks on the internet and just read the lists of ingredients people put in their drinks and just be horrified that all of these people haven't just dropped dead from overdosing of sugar
I don't.
because 40 pumps of syrup is about 35 pumps too many. Also, please do not
35
ask.
pumps too many when a regular venti comes with like 12.
Yeah, just like Please don't ask your baristas put anything weird in there. Do not ask them to put any of the bread loaves, the sugars, the cake pops, cheesecake, cookies, or anything else like that. Do not bring any of your own ingredients to have blended because that's happened too, and because they will not do that. And
Here, I
can I?
brought this lemon shortbread crumble that I made. I would like you to add it to my drink. No.
You would be surprised what people. It's like
No.
if I have these cookies, can you blend them in? I'm like, no, I can't take your outside food and blend it into my blender. Like, no. Just be nice to your baristas. Be a decent person. And for the love of God, if you have more than 3 alterations, order it on the app so we don't have to see you face to face.
Yeah.
And if
Because
you
even
really
if you
think you're
say it through the drive-through or to their face, like there's a lot of noise.
especially if you're ordering through the drive-thru, do not order more than 3 customizations at a drive-thru.
There's
Don't
a
do
lot
that.
of noise at that counter. The fan is going inside at the coffee bar. There's machines going. There's the blenders going. There's people talking. There's a lot of noise. So if you have a lot of alterations to a drink and you go through like a drive-through and then it comes out wrong, don't be surprised.
Yeah, if you're ordering 12 different weird things in a drink and it's wrong, well, honestly, 1, how can you tell? And 2, don't be surprised. Don't be an asshole. Don't be surprised. If you're gonna be weird with your drink, order it on the app so we don't have to see
Yeah,
you face to
yeah.
face. And if
You
you're an
can do
asshole, just assume you're gonna get decaf. Cause you will.
Be lucky it's only decaf and not someone spitting in your drink.
Fair point. I can't honestly say I've never done that, so I've definitely given people decaf though. Love those people who order like, can I get like 2 extra shots? And I'm like, yeah, you can have 2 extra shots of
I
decaf.
have
That's fine.
not personally spit in someone's cup
Yeah.
or drink, but when I was working in New Orleans, the kitchen staff definitely spit in some of the food.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
I'm so glad they didn't piss in it.
Oh, Jesus. That's disgusting.
Because I think there were some regulars that would come to the cafe that the kitchen staff knew and they just did not like them.
Yeah.
So they'd just be like, hang on. Food's ready. I'm like, oh god.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh god. Okay.
That's horrible. That's horrible. Jesus. Ugh.
Now, here's a fun
Always be
story.
nice. Always be nice to the staff. Just
Yeah.
always be nice.
Here's a fun story about what happened in New Orleans.
Okay.
The kitchen staff was very interesting. I was 22, right? There were two boys at the time that were there. I guess I don't know how long they were there, but they left pretty quickly after I started.
Yeah.
Both of them were I'm going to say they were 21,
Okay.
22, maybe 23. Both of them had kids, not married.
Okay.
I'm like, I can't even fathom having a child at all at that point. Even now, but I'm just like, okay, you have a kid, like in strollers, kid.
Yeah.
One of them, I went bar hopping with on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
I went in on like I wasn't working on St. Patty's, but I went in, got my paycheck, and I went, go to the bank, deposit it, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But when I was there to pick up my check, so was one of the other guys, and apparently that was like, I guess he quit on the spot.
Okay.
Like he got his paycheck and he's like, I'm done. I'm out. Bye. Like, don't care.
Okay.
Like, and I'm just standing there going, okay, there's just a lot happening right now. All I want is my money.
Yeah.
He sees me and he's like, hey, let's go bar hopping. I'm like, okay, sure. And then he starts talking to me about like his girlfriend and his kid, how like that morning his girlfriend rolled over and he immediately popped some LSD into her mouth and just walked out the door. I'm like, your baby, I'm
What?
pretty sure, is like still breastfeeding, and you popped LSD into your girlfriend's mouth, and then she just went back to sleep. I'm like, what the fuck kind of relationship is this?
Holy shit.
I'm just okay. We're still bar hopping. We went to like a couple of different bars. He bought me a drink. I bought him a drink. Fair and square, whatever. And then it started to get a little late because we went to a couple bars in the quarter, and then we walked around Harrah's, the casino over by the riverfront.
Yeah.
And then by then it's like it's dark and everything. And I'm just like, all right, time for me to head back because I don't want to like, it's not like too late. It's not like 10 o'clock or anything, but like it's getting dark. And I'm like, I want to get back on the bus and get back to my dorm
Yeah.
because I don't want to be out when the really crazy hits on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
and he's trying to convince me to go with him to like. He's like, yeah, I gotta do something. Like, I gotta meet up with somebody over at um the the Mardi Gras warehouse
Okay.
where they keep all the floats and everything. And I'm like, that's a little
Suspicious?
ways away. Yeah, it's suspicious. It's also a little ways away. And I'm like, I don't really want to go all the way there to the other side of the quarter.
Yeah.
Um, to the warehouse where they house all the floats, and you want to meet some person for, I'm
You want
guessing, a
me
drug
to go with
pickup, and
you?
you want
Yeah.
me to go with you. You are either going to try and drug me,
Yeah, as
or
you've
I'm going to
proven
get
you could
murdered.
do. Yeah.
I don't know you. I don't trust you. Going out drinking in the daytime was fine because we're around people,
Yeah.
but we're gonna be mostly alone at the warehouse with possible drugs involved. I don't want to get stabbed, shanked, drugged, or shot.
Yeah, no.
So I'm just
Absolutely
like,
not.
no, I'm good. Have fun. Best wishes on your, trying on your job hunt. It was great. Peace. I'm going to my dorm.
Yeah, holy shit no.
I'm just like, okay. How do I
Like,
find myself in these situations?
holy shit no. That's a hard pass right there. No, thank you. That's just no. I don't need to be. I do not need to be like in one of those places in one of those situations. Like, I had somebody once, when I was working in the cafe, and I'm just doing my thing. Me and one of my coworkers were just doing our thing, and we're just like cleaning everything. And like, I turn around, and there's just somebody standing behind the counter, and it was just like somebody was
Hi.
just like, "Can I use your guys' sink to wash my hands?" And we're like, "No, you cannot.
No.
You can leave." And they're like, "Oh, but like it's right here." And I'm like, "Yep, but there's also one in the bathroom where you can be, not behind my counter." It's just like, "You need to leave." And they were just like, "Oh, okay." And then just they did, like they left, but it's just like, why did you just feel you could I've had children come behind my counter before, like running
Why?
around.
Why? I hate when people don't fucking
And I'm just
wrangle their children. Like,
like,
this is
I'll
a
be,
public
like, ringing
space.
up yeah, I'll be, like, ringing up the parent, and the kid just runs back there, and I'm like, "You can't be back here." And they'll just be like, "Oh, Jeremy, don't, get out of there. Go, come back here. No, 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 no." Like, "Man, you need to come get your motherfucking child now. Not only
My
do I have
there's
knives
like,
and ovens at, like, 400 degrees, but your child is running around just touching everything. Remove your child."
if I tried to move an inch away from my mom and she saw me,
Yeah.
oh, I get the look of like, I'm gonna beat you silly later on if you do not if you don't come back here right now. And
Yeah.
if I somehow manage to get behind there and she couldn't find me, all of a sudden like she hear like the barista be like, "You can't be here." My mom, like, I'd be dead.
Yeah.
I'd be so fucking dead. Like, I don't
Yeah.
understand these parents who just can't keep a handle on their kids. Where it's like, it's not that hard to keep your kid in check while you're pulling out your money, whether it's card or cash. If you
Like,
need to
if
fucking
you're
leash them, leash them. I
like,
was leashed as a child.
if your kid if you're not raising your kid with enough discipline to like so that they know not to run off from you, I'm not talking like a 3-year-old. I'm talking like kids that are like 6, 7, 8 years old that were coming behind my counter. Like, ma'am, you need to get your motherfucking child and you need to get him out of here. Like now. Like, if you're not raising your child enough, like well enough to understand like the boundaries and the things that they can't do, you got a problem, lady. Or dude. Or just people. Like, y'all got a problem. Fix
So many.
it. Because the way
I
I'm gonna
don't.
fix this is gonna end up in jail. So it's just like, no, get your fucking kids.
I don't get it. Oh my god, it's like it doesn't matter where I am, Disneyland, the mall, a restaurant. I'm just like, get a handle on your spawn.
Yep.
Like, this is a reason why a lot of people don't want kids because they see how you're handling them, and we just go, no.
Yeah. I agree. Well, on that fun and positive note, I think we will end this episode here.
Alrighty.
Any final comments or anything?
No, I'm actually happy with the drink I got today.
Well, that's good. That's good. My final thoughts and comments are: be nice to your baristas, don't insult the people who deal with your food. And
Customer, like, as annoying as customer service dealing with them is, even if it's, like, we bitch about customer service when we have to talk to Spotify or Podcastle or Best Buy, whatever the fuck. Like, customer
Yeah.
service is a bitch to try and deal with from like any big company,
Yeah.
but still, they're
It's like
just
none of
they're
that is
not in
the fault
charge.
of yeah, none of that is the fault of the customer service people you interact with.
You
Those people
know,
make minimum wage at best, unless you're in a restaurant where they make less than minimum wage. Be nice,
far
tip your
less.
food servers, and for the love of God, just don't be an asshole. It's just not that hard. You don't
Like
have anything nice to say,
it
keep your
really
fucking mouth
isn't.
shut.
It's really not that hard.
Yeah,
I'm a bitch by nature.
yeah.
I may come across as just rude, but that's my
It's
natural state, and that's people that know me. That's my level of comfort if you know me.
yeah. But like if
Where I
you're
can
just
be myself. But if I'm dealing with customer service, I put on a smile and be like, "Hi, I'm gonna try and make your shift not so shitty."
yeah, like, I'm not gonna be the reason you go home and cry tonight, so just don't be an asshole. It's just not that hard. You don't have anything nice to say, just keep your mouth shut. Everybody's mothers taught them that when they were little.
Yep.
Use it, apply it to retail, and understand that however shitty your day has been, I guarantee you they've had a bunch of people who are having an equally shitty day come through there and bitch at them. So don't be that person. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our weird critique and
Our
recommendations
coffee
and
fueled and inspired
delusions.
everything coffee, everything coffee episode.
Our everything coffee episode, our coffee tea time episode.
Right?
So,
We should rename it to caffeine time instead of tea time.
that's true, but it wouldn't sound as cute as it does
No,
now.
I wouldn't.
But
Build the caffeine.
yeah, you guys have a good time. We'll see you next
Have a
week.
good
Where
weekend.
and yeah, well, yeah, because I guess when they listen to this, the weekend will be coming out.
Exactly.
But in the next episode will be Chamber of Secrets Part 1.
And guess who's joining on that one?
Woo woo! We got a guest for that one. We'll have a couple of guests throughout our Harry Potter episodes, and yeah,
She's a somewhat regular at this point. She's going to be a somewhat regular because she's coming back.
that's true. So you guys look forward to that, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Tune in next week for more fuckery because we have some serious questions and concerns.
Blah.